Hello everyone, welcome back to my creative eagle. Eagle. Oh, you guys, it's been so long. Welcome back to my creative egos. So as you can see, I have another Tuesday morning haul for you guys today. And I have to say, I really love these Kane Company borders because it helps me create really pretty cards in no time. And as you can see, there's a lot of details to these borders. And so basically what I just do is I take a regular piece of cardstock. Actually make crafting a little bit easier for yourself and use a pre-made card. So I take this little border, I put it onto a pre-made card and I cut it out, and as you can see you have a beautiful card and you just need to embellish it a little bit. And isn't this such a super cute card? I only put one little embellishment and I put a stamp on there, and if you look closer at the stamp it says happy birthday corn because she celebrated her birthday towards the end of March and her husband made her such a cute cake. So I will leave that information in the description box down below if you want to head on, or shall I say hop onto her channel. I'm really sorry, I haven't posted in a really long time. I feel like I'm kind of rusty making my video, so I hope you guys will please bear with me on this one. So when I was at Tuesday morning, they were taking out the cart, and I probably should have taken a picture of the cart too because I don't know if a lot of you have gone through it. I know some of you have. Like, it's that happy moment when you're in the aisle and then you see that little cart that's filled to the brim with all kinds of arts and crafts items. So I did pick this up from that little cart of happiness. And I bet you guys have not seen The Little Mermaid quite like this. So this was not what I expected. When I got this, I was like, wow, this looks kind of creepy. I'm not sure if they kind of mixed up Ursula's face with Ariel's face. And so I figured, you know, why not try it out? So I went ahead and paper pieced it all together. And just a little quick tip, if you guys are, doing the paper piecing, if you guys pick this out, it's really easy to kind of cut the right shape out when you flip it to the back because you can kind of see the outlines of where everything's at. So that's what I did here. And let's see if Ariel can look a little bit less creepy than in that first picture.
Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything?
So this definitely looks a whole lot better now that I paper pieced everything together. But I will also say that on the stamp, I couldn't get the mouth part to look right. So I basically just colored that in with either like a gel pen, like a red gel pen or a pink gel pen. And once upon a time, there was Rapunzel and a whole lot of Rapunzel. So first I'm going to show you the front cover, and then you're going to get a closer look at the SKU number and the face stamp. And then I'll flip it to the back so that you can see what it looks like cut out. So if you need that SKU number, don't forget to go ahead and hit that pause button. And actually, when you're looking at all these Disney princess dies, I think it's also good to note that you don't actually have to necessarily use them as a Disney princess. So if you have like a scrapbook page where it's a birthday party and the theme is princess, Halloween, or even for like proms and weddings, so you can change up the different hair colors, the skin tones, and the dress colors. So you can really just personalize this and not really have to think about it as like a Disney princess.
Yeah.
So some of these collections also have stamps. So these have really nice things. This one says big adventures, big dreams, big hair, always chase your dreams, friends light your way, dare to dream, let your hair down, never stop dreaming. And they also had a Harry Potter die. This actually looks like it would make a really cute winter scene for a card. Next up, I want to talk about these scene building paper pads. So you get a total of 8 different designs and you get 4 of each page for a total of 32 pages $4.99 may seem like it's a lot, but if you think about how many cards you're able to make with this, $4.99 is actually a really great bargain. And as I was reading it, I kind of looked at the back and it says you need one Disney die cutting machine, one Disney scene building compatible die. So I guess they kind of had like their own die cutting machine for these Disney products at one point in time. I'm not quite sure, but I do have the dies for some of these items. So I was thinking maybe I would use the ones that I currently have, and I just want to show you guys how everything kind of turns out. So you do kind of get this page, and as you can see, it's really hard to freehand Mickey's tail here because, you know, everything's kind of outlined in it. So I'm going to show you kind of like a version of using the die versus me freehanding it. I didn't get this die, but I did see this one at Tuesday morning. So these were the dies that I picked up from Hobby Lobby sale, I want to say last year. And so as you can see, it's put on here. I'm going to try to cut it out using this with my Sizzix machine. So I just want to basically build that sandwich, put it in. You guys kind of know the drill. And what I found out is that this particular die kind of cuts out like the important pieces of the character. So as you can see, the tail is nicely cut. And so you'll also see as you go higher, the buttons are missing, and so are Mickey's eyes. I don't know why they're cut out. I think it would have been best if they could have left that part in. So I don't know why they cut those particular pieces out. But anyways, if you want to keep them in, what I did with Minnie is that I just kind of put like a clear piece of packaging tape behind it. So I kind of have to cut around this a little bit, but you know, at least you get to keep in all of the pieces because you have like the polka dots, Minnie's eyes, and it's really sometimes hard to kind of align it as well. So I think I was kind of off on aligning the die to the paper here, but still kind of looks okay. So that's an option there. And here you can see that I kind of just traced it, and Mickey's tail is a whole lot thicker. So I'm going to see how this turns out. I'm going to go ahead and cut this out, and I'm going to show you what everything looks like. So the top half is using the die. You can tell by the little Mickey Mouse tail and Minnie Mouse tail, it's a lot thinner, looks a lot cleaner. And then on the bottom half, you see that the tails are a whole lot different. I couldn't get them as thin as the dies could. So that's what it looks like. So, you know, you can definitely still use it if you don't have the die. But if you have the die, it's kind of nice to use it again, just for the tail. And that's like a whole lot of talking just for this. But anyways, this is what it looks like, and I'm going to try to put some projects together. So I just basically want to show you that if you see these paper pads, even if you don't have the die for it, you know, you can make really beautiful cards, and you know, Disney cards are quite expensive. So all of this, 32 pages, 4 pages of each design. So you have a total, again, of 32 pages. You can just use the pages as your backing for your cards, and you know, you can decorate it. So I honestly think that this is a really, really great deal. I didn't really have to do much at all to any of these cards, and I think they turned out really, really cute. So I actually only took out one of each page. So I still have 24 pages, and from the pages that I took out, there was so much more that was left over that I could use for other cards. So like I said, 24 more pages left over after making these cards, plus all of this left over. Definitely a great deal for $4.99. That's my little paper pad adventure and project. So like I said earlier, there were a lot of the Disney dies that were there. This particular one I really wanted to show you. It's called the Vintage Disney Fairy Lights, because when you flip it over to the back, it actually has a really nice project on here. So, you know, sometimes when you paper piece, you don't want to have to cut out all of the colors or color it in with a marker. So it's really nice that they showed you a project that was just kind of like all monochromatic using one colored cardstock. So that's a really great idea for this as well. And then I also picked up a lot of other Disney items. So I picked up the Cinderella one here. And I was actually really looking for this one because at the Hobby Lobby sale, I had picked up the carriage and also the little mice like Gus Gus, but I forgot to pick up a Cinderella die. So I'm really glad that I found this one. They also had the Fairy Godmother, which I did not pick up at the time, but now seeing that I have most of the dies for the Cinderella collection, I probably should have picked that up. And they also had Wonder Woman from DC Comics, and I picked this one up. And I will say that compared to the Ariel or Little Mermaid die, you will see that there are different types of face stamps. Now looking at this, actually think that Wonder Woman's head is too teeny tiny compared to the rest of her body. I don't think it's proportioned very well. So we'll see how this one comes out. But I always pick up a lot of Wonder Woman stuff because, you know, I always think of my mom that way. Wonder Woman! So I did make my mom her Wonder Woman card last year, the little purse card, and that was all freehand. A lot of the projects in that video were freehand, so this one's probably going to have a lot of cleaner lines, but if I can remember to, I'll put that tutorial on the bottom in the description box or on the top right here. So if you bought any of these and are interested in seeing how they are paper pieced together, please stay tuned for that video. If you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell if you want to be notified of all of my new videos.
Arr, don't make me angry. Please subscribe. Kapow!